Hey, sorry about that. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of FactualityFM with your host, Dougie Fresh, in the evening with my boy on the other mic.
No other A-Money over here on the left side of the camera.
How's it going, guys? Welcome. Like I said before, my name is Dougie Fresh. This is A-Money, my co-host. We'll have other various co-hosts throughout the entirety of this program, but that's not the point. Let's get back to the real point. So, for the first episode today, we'll be going over something that's complete bullshit. It's a little liberal arts major that's offered in some or most American universities now. Excuse me, which is women's and gender studies.
Yeah, women's and gender studies, I don't see how that's even a thing, because how do you get a degree with people, or like businesses, with a women's gender studies degree? How are you supposed to get you don't know your business facts, you won't know your sciences. How are you supposed to get a degree with the women's and gender studies major?
It doesn't work. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give you a little back history about women's rights in general. It's a very simple backstory. It's nothing too elaborate for you guys to get confused about. This isn't some Matrix type of fucking shit or something like that. So everything will be okay. I'll walk you guys through it easily. I mean, I did pass the AP US History test, so I do know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Okay. So first of all, let's talk about Seneca Falls. So Seneca Falls, 1858. I think it was July 19th to July 20th. This is the first women's civil rights convention of its kind, in New York, Seneca Falls, New York, I believe. And that's like the first crack in the glass ceiling, essentially, for women's rights. We move on from Seneca Falls. Women are getting the idea that they're independent, which they are. We go from Seneca Falls to the 19th Amendment, and that was I believe it was in either June or July of 1919 when it was passed, and then it was officially ratified in August of 1920. I think it was August 8th. Don't remember too clearly. I'll have links in the description below. But anyway, so we go from Seneca Falls to the 19th Amendment to pretty much that was the first modern feminism movement, which was in the 1960s, 1970s. Free love, peace, and hippie thinking leads to these ideas, and we have Roe versus Wade with the abortion and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Which is obviously still a not contradictory. It's controversial. Sorry, controversial.
It's very controversial. Right, especially right now with everything that's going on with like Trump and Pence.
Oh yeah, I mean both of them being very, very conservative,
yeah,
pro-life.
Right.
Especially we here live in Indiana actually, so we had Pence as our governor for so many years.
Right.
We do understand some of the not the ruthlessness, but some of the just the anti-free choice for people. Which is kind of a pain in the ass. I'm a libertarian. Alex is relatively conservative, but he does have also some liberal views in him. He does.
Yeah, I think my liberal views pretty much it just stops at abortion, because I just believe that any woman should be able to do what they want with their body. You know.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I mean, who's to say? Like, you can't say the government is gonna tell you what you can and can't do. I just don't think that's not freedom. That's not what we live by.
Yeah, of course. And we have, after Roe versus Wade, we get the third wave, which is the modern feminism, which you see on most American college campuses and in the vast majority of heavily populated cities in America.
Right.
I would say. So Alex and Alex, I'm Dougie Fresh as Alex A-Money.
Alex, a.k.a. A-Money. We go by A-Money on the channel. Alex offline, online, whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna go over a fun little webpage that we have here. So what we're gonna go over is the College of New Jersey, which is actually a pretty good school for out-of-state people. It's about $27,000 a year for tuition.
Yep.
I think it's like somewhere in the lower $20,000 ranges for in-state tuition. So it's a good school. It's not a bad school.
Still pretty.
Yeah.
It's up there.
Yeah, here we have about 10 minutes left, just so you know.
Okay.
So about 10 should be the cutoff.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so anyway, we're going to go over here. So I'm going to read the introduction to this page. It says, "Welcome. The Women's and Gender Studies Department is an inclusive and dynamic learning community dedicated to preparing students for a lifetime of critically engaged learning and citizenship." Okay, so first I'm going to point out some of the buzzwords here. Inclusive, dynamic learning, critically engaged learning and citizenship. That's all buzzword.
Exactly.
It's to jog the
attention span.
Exactly. We all have very, very short attention spans. It's just to grab the attention span of the average retarded college student.
Am I right? I think you
exactly.
are. You're pretty right.
Exactly. Serving, it says here, founded in 1972, which was actually the height of women's feminist movement in the United States.
Right.
The Women's and Gender Studies Department is one of the largest in the country. Who fucking cares? And a national exemplar for its innovative programming. Okay, maybe it's a national exemplar for other retarded colleges to say, oh, hey, we could just copy the curriculum that College of New Jersey has, but who fucking cares anyway?
Exactly.
And innovative programming. It's not innovative programming. It's just teaching kids that their feelings are better than everybody else's, so that gives them the idea that they can shut everybody else down because they got butthurt about their feelings. Am I right?
That's right. Right.
It's not about learning about equality here. It's about getting in touch with yourselves. And then the guys that take this class, they don't give a shit about gender equality and women's and gender studies. They just want to get some fucking poon.
They really do.
They just want to get the poon that they can't get. So they figure, hey, if I take this stupid class,
bullshit. Shouldn't even be an actual subject class.
Exactly.
Get a bullshit major. Then you can just fuck around and not do anything or do anything that you want, not having to take it seriously.
Yeah, sorry guys, we're kind of crunched for time here, so we'll probably go more into depth another time about this because I'm sure that women's and gender studies it'll inject itself into some other subjects that we're obviously going to talk about on this show. And so the mission is obviously to empower students as advocates and agents of social justice. Okay, there we go, buzzword, social justice. Using feminist and queer theoretical perspectives. By theoretical perspectives, ladies and gentlemen, they mean whining until their point is basically on top. They're throwing tantrums until they get what they want.
Yep.
It's not theoretical perspectives. It's shoving down their ideas into the throat of innocent people such as A-Money and myself.
Is A-Money and
or my mother, my father, anybody that grew up with the correct moral values. Okay,
Correct.
I shouldn't say correct moral values, but I should say
different
moral values that these people have. Now, that's just what we think here.
Exactly. Like our normal is they're different, and vice versa.
And the thing about liberals, they don't like different. If you're not them, if you're not with them, you're against them, and they're gonna kill you for that shit.
And they have those conversations shut down instantly by just saying.
Okay, yeah, here. Actually, thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
According to Steven Crowder, which is actually from personal experience, I've witnessed this. These 4 things, racist, bigoted, homophobe, sexist, those are the 4 liberal argument enders.
Yes.
And, these 4 quote-unquote points that are offensive. Is it offensives or like
offenses?
No, not offenses. Like
offenses.
Offenses. Yeah, these offensive, quote-unquote, offensive things they can say to you. That they're going to win the argument. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, if you have the facts, you have the information, you can shut these people down. And you know what that does? When you shut them down, it pisses them off. But then what happens is maybe reality will kick in just a little bit. Just a little bit. And then that'll get them thinking, hey, maybe I'm a fucking retard and I should start researching things and not just looking at things on BuzzFeed. At one point I actually wanted to work at BuzzFeed. I wanted to become a media major. I wanted to go to Indiana University where A-Money is going to be going in the fall.
Yep.
I wanted to go to IU, and I wanted to major in media, but I decided that I wasn't cut out for it, and I wasn't going to be making enough money for myself. So anyway, sorry, we're really getting crunched for time here. I have about 5 minutes to take this out. We're going to look at the majors, requirements for the curriculum. I want to find what the jobs are for students. Careers and opportunities, what you can do with a women and gender studies major. Okay, everybody, so you can do apparently a lot of things here. You actually can't do a lot of things, which is funny because,
You actually can't do a lot of things.
This looks like fun. No, it's not. But what can I do with a women's and gender studies major? It says employers seek out liberal arts graduates, which is true. I mean, you need desk people that are usually liberal arts majors.
Mm-hmm.
We got about 5 minutes left, Alex. So
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, we have people that Knowing a liberal arts education emphasizes critical thinking, writing, and presentation skills. A liberal arts degree shows an employer that you have studied a wide variety of topics and probably have a broader view. View, which means no, you don't have a broader view. You majored in women's and gender studies. Your view is as constricted as blood vessels, which is extremely constricted. I took anatomy. I know. So it says that you think you have an expertise in finding and using information on contemporary social issues. So you think that just because you watch TV or CNN, you're an expert on Black Lives Matter. You're really not. Understanding of differences of gender, sexuality, race, culture, and social class. Bullshit. Yeah. Insight into the connections among different forms of oppression. There is no such thing as forms of oppression. There is no institutional oppression. There is no institutional racism. Look it up. I guarantee you will not find a single thing. Everybody in this country has equality. It's institutional equality. Now, there is no such thing as institutional racism. Just saying. Or oppression. Institutional oppression. Nobody's oppressing you, women. You want to get a job, then go after the job. You work hard enough, like I work hard enough for something that I want, then you'll get it. I promise you. You will get it if you put in the time and the effort. Okay, real people, real jobs. All right, Alex has the BLS.gov website on his computer loaded up. And it says they found women's and gender studies graduates holding the following jobs: administrator of a human services department, advocate for victims of domestic violence and hate crimes. Look that up. Advocate for victims of domestic violence and hate crimes. I want to see, on the BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics, how much is an advocate for
violent and hate crimes?
Victims of domestic violence and hate crimes. How much you making? Because I can tell you this other list: artist, nothing. A business owner, whatever your business is, whatever your target audience is for that. Clergy, I don't know. Communications consultant, anybody can be a communications consultant, I think. Congressional aide, I don't know. Coordinator of a women's health clinic, I don't know. Flight instructor, okay, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Journalist, anybody can be a journalist. I'm a journalist as I'm speaking right now. Alex is a journalist as he's speaking right now. Librarian, you have to go to school for that. Manager of energy conservation. All these jobs, they require something else or they don't require anything at all. Mm-hmm. How much did you see for the advocate for victims of domestic violence and hate crimes? Is there even a job description?
I can't even find.
No results.
There's no results.
I will put that up in the camera. No results on the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which is the website for our government that shows all of the jobs in the United States. Just saying. Musician, novelist, social worker, theater staff. You can work in a fucking movie theater and you have a women's and gender studies major degree. Who fucking cares? You're sweeping popcorn and gunk off the bottom of the floor. You don't need women's and gender studies to teach you how to do that.
Right.
You don't need not female-minded. That's exactly what you need. Teacher, you have to get a liberal arts degree in education or a degree of equal value, such as social or criminal justice. Take the degree. You can become a psychology teacher like my teacher. Anything of these. And then where it says physician, professor, nurse practitioner, psychologist, psychotherapist, public health educator, public relations director, you need degrees in something else in order to have these jobs in the first place. Yeah. You want to be a nurse, you have to get a degree in nursing, a bachelor in science in nursing. That's what I'm going to go to school for. You need that. You will not have a degree, or not a degree, you will not have a job in the medical field by simply going and getting a women's and gender studies major. It's just not plausible. Internal medicine, which is eventually what I'd like to become, a doctor of internal medicine, maybe specialize in infectious diseases. Look it up. It's actually really interesting. Internal medicine, it's knowing a little bit about a lot of things. Women's and gender studies is not an internal medicine degree, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the same thing. You cannot take this stupid degree that is given to whiny people for no fucking reason because otherwise they're lazy, and then you can just give them all this money because, they know how to work with people. So obviously somebody who knows how to work with people knows the human anatomy. It just doesn't make any sense.
No.
Any last thoughts on this? Because I think we totally wrecked that.
We pretty much covered almost most of it. Basically, to sum it all up, you need a major. Maybe you can do it as a minor, maybe, but it's still not that great.
Yeah, exactly.
You need a solid foundation if you want anything to have to do with women and gender studies.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, would it hurt as a minor? I mean, I'm not saying it would be great as a minor. Would it hurt? Probably not. But it'd just be it's an extra $10,000 or so, or however much the curriculum or
You're
the
just
course
spending
costs
more
down
of
the
your
drain.
own money.
Exactly, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you all for tuning into this first episode. I'm Dougie Fresh.
I'm A Money. with you here. And till next time.
Factuality FM.